Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown. Got a moveset right here with Fightinium Z Reuniclus. Now, I don't remember what particular live it was, but a few weeks back, I was using Greninja, and I switched that into a Reuniclus, expecting it to calm mind up and sweep me since that was my only response, and I ended up getting OHKO'd by Fightinium Z, so I figured we could go ahead and try to do that against other people today, and it should be a lot of fun right here. It's actually also a lone Trick Room user on this team. We don't have any other Trick Room abusers, but I've actually never tried that concept before, so I'm excited to see whether just Trick Room Reuniclus on a pretty standard no other abusers team can work out. We also got Shadow Ball to help out against Lele, Focus Blast for that Z move, of course. The Z move isn't just used against Greninja, it can also be helpful against Heatran or Ferrothorn, if you do need those out of the way for some of your other Pokemon. And then finally we have Psychic just for our other stab right here, so should be a fun time. Obviously we just have min speed, max special attack with the quiet nature, of course, and then pairing it with the Megazard X right here, just a faster win con with Dragon Dance right here. 3 attacks, no Roost. I might change it to Roost mid-live if I find that to be better, but I wanted the coverage for Heatran right here with Earthquake, so we're going to go ahead and use that. Got defensive, well actually Scarflander right here with the Defog, just because I wanted a quick way to remove hazards just as a suicide way to open up a path for Zard X right here. We got Banded Hoopa right here, which is able to basically break through Tangrowth or Chansey or anything that our Reuniclus struggles with, basically. We got Spit F Ferrothorn, which actually has more Spit F than normal standard Ferrothorn because Greninja is a giant problem to this team, so I wanted to be able to tank hits. And then finally, Lefty's Defog Koko right here. So that's going to be the team. We're actually laddering on this OG account that has pretty much been dead for months. I haven't laddered on my OPJellicent account for a while. I actually laddered it up to, I think, about 1,500 or 1,600 today, so ideally we can get up to 1,700 this live, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into the games. Alright, I got the first game right here. My opponent is really weak to my Mega Charizard X here, which kind of makes me want to try to anti-lead the Garchomp / Lando, but I don't actually have anything that does that too well. Now, Scarf Lando right here is a really great win con as well after I get rid of his, and maybe what I can do here is just lead off with... I want to lead off with Koko to see whether it's Scarf Lando or not. So leads off with Zam, which is a little bit of a scary lead because, I mean, I can live any attack and go for U-turn here, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll live a Psychic for sure, and so yeah, I take that attack, I'm able to go ahead and get quite a bit of damage off, which is very cool for sure. I'll go ahead and bring out my Landorus now, and I'll just click U-turn, anticipating his Lando to come out. Will give me some nice momentum, nice. And, I mean, here I can bring out, I'm actually not very well matched up against Lando now that I look at this. I'll go into Ferrothorn here and get up a Spike as the rocks start to go up. That's fine. As much as I know that Pokemon is a win con, I think Scarf Lando is going to be my win con in the end, so that's what I'm going to try to win with. It goes out into this, which I can just Leech Seed here. That's not going to do anything. Get up my third Spike now. Volts out. Brings in the Garchomp. I think maybe I just sack Koko to Fire Blast. Not a big deal at all. Allows me to bring out my Reuni now. And ideally, he goes out into that Ferrothorn. Come on, dude. Mimikyu. That's not what I wanted. Okay, I'll go for Psychic here. If he's Life Orb, I may live a hit. Goes for that. I'm going to try to knock him out with Shadow Ball. I don't think it'll do enough. He goes for Sneak. And I do actually do enough, so that's really cool. Mimikyu's out of the way, which is actually a problem. And I actually don't know if he outslows me or not, but I'm going to really hope that I outslow him. Okay, thankfully that doesn't knock me out, and this should get rid of him right here, so... Fightinium Z Reuniclus is able to do some work in the first match, which is really cool. Now, I'm still not out of the woods because I still need to get that Lando out of the way. Brings this out. I'll go for Psychic here on the Volt, and I get some nice damage on that Pokemon too. Yeah, I need to try to get the Lando out of the way, which is the goal right here. So brings out Garchomp. Now, I can... Actually, Trick Room just went down, so a little bit more tough now. Gotta go Lando here, and I have to click Earthquake, I think. And I can go for U-turn here on his. Bring this out now. Scout for Scarf, I guess. I don't know if it would be Scarf right now, but I'll go for Flare Blitz. I don't think Garchomp lives if it comes back in from 59, because it'll be down at 34, so... Okay, so he gives me the damage that I need. Not enough damage, though. I still need some things gone. Yeah, if Charizard was a little bit stronger, I might actually have been in a good spot in the endgame, but brings this out now. I have to go back to Lando again, and once again, it's going to come down to this play. I'm going to Earthquake this time. No, I'm going to U-turn. I feel like he'll keep this and maybe go Magearna here. Yeah, I think I should have played more offensively around the Lando. He goes Lando here. I'll bring this out now. And what I'm thinking I'll do here is just click Gyro Ball. He kind of has to U-turn, but if he U-turns, then I'm pretty sure he dies to Iron Barbs. He gives me the Pokemon, so I think my Lando wins. Unless that is Garchomp, which would be very unfortunate. I think it is Garchomp, maybe, because I can try to force it out once. Goes Magnezone here. I think I take damage on Hoopa now, just to preserve my Pharaoh. Is that smart? I feel like maybe it's not smart. I'll just go for Gyro, and then bring in Hoopa safely. And then what I can do now is just go for Hyperspace. If he Scarf Outrage Chomp, I think I lose, but we'll see. Yeah, Chomp comes out. Let's see what happens right here. Is he Scarf? Outrage comes out. Yeah, he's Scarf. I lost the game right here, I think. Yeah, he's able to go ahead and win, so I did what I needed to try to do in terms of getting rid of Lando, but unfortunately, the Scarf Chomp was able to outspeed my best win condition. Maybe I should have played my Zardex better early game. That was definitely a viable win con too, but I'll go ahead and drop a GG right here. Really cool seeing Fightinium Z Reuniclus get a first kill right there, though, so I'll be right back with another game. Alright, so unfortunately, the Scarf Chomp was able to get us in the first game right there, but this team right here just looks like Zardex food, I'm not gonna lie. I don't see how he doesn't lose to Zardex, but I think I'm going to try to break Mimikyu's disguise before going for that. And he does have a Heatran too, so maybe Reuniclus can do some work, but he has a Hoopa, so that's a little bit scary. No Hoopa switch-ins on his part. I'll lead off here with this. On Mantine lead. Okay, I'll go for U-turn. Probably into Coco. He could Toxic though, so maybe I'll pivot to Pharaoh. But then having Ferrothorn get burnt would be really bad. He could Toxic though. Yeah, he's going to Toxic, so this is cool with me. I'll throw up rocks. If he double toxes, that would be good. If he goes for Scald, I'm once again risking the burn. Actually switches out, which is not what I expected at all, but that might be better for me, to be honest. I'm not staying in here. I don't want to take damage on Hoopa either, because it could take a hit from Thundy. So I'll go Lando here on... It's actually Physical Goodra, which is very interesting. Hit him up with the U-turn now. On incoming Mantine. I don't think this lives from 65, so I'll just go for Hyperspace Fury. Like I said, he has no switch-ins to this, and I should be fine in regards to all what's happening right now. If he gives me this Pokemon, then he's going to be really weak to my Landorus, because that'll just click EQ, aside from Thundurus, of course, but I can try to bait out Thundurus. So he does give me Mantine, which is really nice, and that'll put me in a really commanding position going forward here. Now, if Goodra comes out, I think that dies. If Mimikyu comes out, I'll switch out into my Ferrothorn. Because I'm pretty sure Ferrothorn takes +2 Z from Mimikyu without an issue. And if he Player Ups me, then I'll be in an even better spot, so... We'll see. If he goes out into Hoopa here, that's the little bit scary thing, because I'll have to take a big hit with something, and if he clicks a Psychic-type attack into my Coco, that could actually be really bad here. But then again, Coco isn't very good, because it can't actually hit the Thundurus at all. So he does go Hoopa. Let's see, do I risk staying in? This Pokemon does so much work. I'll go Coco here. Like I said, it's not too important. He goes for Fire Punch, which I could have actually just O-code him. Free U-turn here. I don't think that was Scarf damage. That has to be banded to do 71. So, he could go Thundurus. I mean, U-turn's very free. I think it knocks this out, despite my minus attack nature. Brings out Heatran. Okay, I'll bring this Pokemon out here. I'll Mega Evolve, and I'm thinking just Earthquake right now. Alright, yeah, we're able to go ahead and do that. It was kind of scary, because if he went out into Thundurus, and that did actually happen to be Z-move, I could have been in a bad spot, but at this point, I don't know what my opponent can do to get ahead here. He kind of has to go out into Mimikyu or Thundy. Thundy can't OHKO me unless it's Fight Z, which I will switch out to Scout for. Into what, though? Because if it sets up on me, that's actually really bad, so I'll just stay in. Mimikyu comes out. This isn't a problem, I just Earthquake. Because if he tries to SD up, then I'd knock him out with Flare Blitz. Yep, he has to Shadow Sneak me. Because I am jolly. Yeah, and this will go down, so that thing's out of the way. 3 Pokemon left, and he's just going to go ahead and run from the game right there. So we're able to go ahead and win that one, which is very cool. Honestly, my opponent had no matchup, so I think that's more so the reason why I won, and I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got the next game right here. I just played 2 games off screen, ended up winning both, just to gather some ELO, but I do want to try to at least get to the 1600s this video, if that's possible, and then I'll probably get it up to the 1700s in between. But this guy's going to lose to Hoopa. Like, Hoopa just claims every Pokemon. Charizard could win, but he has Hippo. So not quite sure how realistic that is. I think what I'll do here is lead off with my probably Coco. But if it's Mega Arrow, that could lead to... I don't think Mega Arrow Oko's Coco, though, so I'll lead off with this. Celesteela lead is very good for me. Now, I'm just going to go for U-turn. I don't really care if he goes for Protect. Brings out the Hippo here. I don't actually deal well with the Hippo at all. I'll bring in Reuni, actually, and I think what I'll do is go ahead and Trick Room up. Ideally, he goes out into Gren. Actually, just stays in. Okay, I'll go for Psychic here. Get a nice crit. Not what I was going for at all. Now, this is interesting because I can stay in here and knock this out and probably win with Zard. I think that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to go for Hyperspace. Not let this recover. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go Lando. Goes for Earthquake. And now what I'll do is U-turn out. And I think just bring in my... I can go to Reuni again. Whirlwind's a little bit annoying. For sure. I can go Pharaoh here and just get up my rocks alongside him, I think. I should probably do that now instead of later. Goes out into Celesteela, not wanting to take the attack, of course. Probably going to go for Leech Seed here, so I'll go Reuni. That did so much damage. In fact, I'm not going to bother to Trick Room. I don't want to get my other Pokemon in under Trick Room, so I'll just go for the Z move. Or rather, the Z move right there. And just sacrifice that Pokemon. That's cool with me. Allows me to get in Hoopa now and basically claim a kill. And I'm going to go for the Charizard win in this game, which means at some point I'll be defogging. This should go down from 67. If not, I'll be very surprised. And I may just lose if it doesn't go down and I take a heavy slam. That may just be the game. He's giving me Hippo, which means that's a huge opening for my Charizard. Now, if he's something like Scarf Gren with a Rock Slide and it's Protean, that could be pretty bad. But I don't think that's something I'm going to play around. So he has several options here. Arrow can come in. Celesteela being healthy is still bad for my Scarf Lando. I think he'll go Arrow here. Oh, Lele comes out actually, so... Do I stay in? This is still good against Tang and Steela. I'll go Pharaoh here. Should have stayed in. Okay, so what I'll do now is just go... I'm going to expect that to be locked in. Goes Gren. So he can't Shuriken me because I'm Flying type, even though Psychic Terrain is up, so I'll go for U-turn. He does not expect the Scarf, so that's good. This forces out Lele. So yeah, he has to go either Arrow or Lele here, basically, because the other two don't want to take Zen Headbutts under Psychic. Now, it's going to be another pretty big prediction. I think I just sack off my my Pharaoh now, though, and try to Dragon Dance up as soon as possible. I don't think I sack off Hoopa just yet. Ferrothorn's to play on Moonblast. Actually allows me to get some recovery here, which is super nice. Well, try to get some recovery, but that didn't work out. Well, I'm just going to sack this anyway, as I said. Bring in this, and I think this should be able to wrap it up. Goes Aerodactyl. I do have Dragon Claw. I don't think Aerodactyl takes a Dragon Claw. This is a +1 Charizard. Yeah, okay, nice. This will go down to Earthquake, so I don't have to take Flare Blitz Recoil. Nice, and then I should be good against the last two. So, yeah, I recognize my Megazord win con right here. I didn't even have to defog, which is very nice, and we're getting closer to my goal for the end of the video, so that's very cool, and I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got the next game right here. My opponent has various threats to my team. I think what I have to do right here to get some early momentum, well, I was not expecting Lando. I was actually expecting Blissef or Greninja lead. I was trying to make a big prediction, maybe Gunk Shot into the Clef, but now I'm kind of forced out, which is a little bit of an issue. I mean, I'm not really forced out, but I have to go Lando, basically, because I'll get OHKO'd by U-turn. Best case is he goes out into something and doesn't expect Scarf. I'll go for U-turn here. He actually stayed in. So Ice Punch definitely comes out. Don't really have the best responses. Pharaoh's my grand response. I mean, I can go Charizard if I really feel as though I want to do that. That's my win con, for sure, so let's not do that. Could just go Reuni. I take way too much, but it's okay. I can Trick Room up here. I think I take a high jump kick from 55. And what I'm hoping he does right here is try to pivot to Gren or Pharaoh. So it does go Gren. Let's fire off all-out pummeling. He does scout for it. Good play. Alright, so it is what it is, rather. I'll go ahead and go for Psychic now. If this is Cosmic Power, it'll be scary, but I don't think that's something I'm going to expect. This is annoying. He's a good scout on his part, for sure. Goes right for the Ferrothorn. I'll go for Focus Blast here. Of course it lands over there, but, you know, what can you expect with that move? Alright, now I got a defog, which is kind of lame. I'll go for Focus Blast again. Knocks me off. The damage on that's really nice, though, I'm not gonna lie. In terms of taking less recoil with my Charizard, because Charizard's the only way I can win this. Unfortunately, I just went down to 2. I can get in this now, though, and this actually does a lot of work here. I think what I want to do first is calc whether Hyperspace Fury kills from 54. I feel like it will. Hoopa. I feel like Banded Hoopa will kill. Now, the second thing is, do I want to click Gunk Shot on a potential Clef? That could be worth it, but I'm just going to click Hyperspace Fury. Goes Lando, okay, so not the worst for me. We'll go Pharaoh here. Gets a crit U-turn. That weakens me for Gran, which is a little bit of an issue. Sub. Medi. Okay. Sub Drain Punch. Interesting set. Alright, I see what I have to do to win this. What I gotta do here is go Coco. I think I can win this pretty easily, actually. It just requires me Dragon Dancing once in the correct position. Because I got so much damage off on Lando already, that's not an issue. Pharaoh comes out. I mean, I'll go for U-turn here. Into my Charizard on a Leech Seed. This is where I have to go for it. The Dragon Dance up once. On the Lando. There's a Dragon Claw here. I guess the recall shouldn't make much of a difference. I don't know. Can I still win this? Should I even Mega Evolve? I feel like I won't kill him if I don't Mega. It is still Stab, though. The reason why I don't want to Mega is in case I... Well, actually, it shouldn't make a difference. I'll just go for regular Flare Blitz. Pivots to Blasef. Interesting pivot. So, Lando is 100% getting sacked here, I think. But I'll just Flare Blitz anyway. He just stays in, okay. So, this is not the worst. It's just that I'm scared of Spike's damage. I'm scared of a lot of things here. Alright, what's the opening if this Charizard doesn't work out? Coco would be the opening. So it goes out into this, actually, which I'd need to actually be able to knock out. But he got 3 hits, which, I mean, it's the average. Can't complain about that. I'll go here into my Hoopa. So if T-Bolt's my opening now to win this game... No, actually, I think I just lose. No. Scarf Lando can win. Scarf Lando can win for sure. I just gotta get some plays right. So I'll Gunk Shot here. On Clef. Okay, so we get that right. Medi can come out here. I kind of have to bank off a miss, I'm not gonna lie. Lando can come out. Anything can come out. Goes out into this. I'll go Lando here. On probably a Leech Seed. Yeah. Now what I do is I... I'll get out of there just to get the damage off. Bring this in. At this point, I just click Hyperspace Fury and get kills. I don't know if I can win this, but I'm gonna try. It'll require me to, first of all, dodge Hydra, if that's what he has. So there's that. Landorus is gonna come out. Goes Medi. I kind of have to switch out and hope for a miss. Okay, he has Drain Punch, actually. I forgot about that. I'll go for Thunderbolt here. Yeah, I'll click Thunderbolt. I feel like I could have actually won had that hit, but... actually, maybe not, because I don't think I would have been able to beat the Gren and Lando combined, so yeah, he's going to Drain Punch right there, and that's going to be that game. So we take an L, which is kind of unfortunate. Was really hoping to get ahead in this game right there. We lost 21 points, which is kind of a lot, but it is what it is. I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got the next game right here. Got to try to get the ELO back from the last game now, so going to be trying to win this one, of course. Reuniclus can easily break through the Heatran, but that doesn't really give me an opening for too much because I do have Earthquake. I mean, Charizard can win, obviously, but there's Static Paralysis, there's potential Scarf Superior with Glare, there's Jet on the Azumarill, there's Defensive Lando, so there's a lot of things that are stopping Charizard, which kind of makes me just want to lead off with it and attack. Okay, not against this, though. I'm going to switch out. On either a Stone Edge or Earthquake or something. So he's probably Scarf. Which means I'll go for U-turn here. Ideally, if he goes Zapdos, he doesn't get that 30%. Because that basically gives him Hoopa. Basically less than Hoopa, I mean, so that could be helpful. Now, Hoopa's game right here is kind of based on prediction. Okay, so he does get that 30%. Not very happy, but it's okay. I can bring in Hoopa here. Yeah, so I gotta predict correctly. I can click Hyperspace to hit this, this, and this, and this, to be honest. I feel like he'll go Scissor, or maybe Azu. I feel like Hyperspace is my play. It's too early to predict. Did he have U-turn, dude? No, he has Volt, okay. Had he had U-turn, that could have actually O-coded me right there. Which would have been pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Brings this back out. At this point, my paralyzed Lando is definitely the throwaway. And I'm gonna be clicking Earthquake against the Zapdos to make sure it doesn't roost. If that is what comes out, of course. If not, then I'll be going into other things. Sizz comes out. Alright, so I don't know if I should outspeed this. Yeah, and Charizard's my play. On U-turn. U-turn here is fine. He'll bring in probably Lando again, if I had to guess. Yep, Landorus comes out. This could be an opportunity for me to get up rocks. Unfortunately, he went for the U-turn. I was kind of trying to get up rocks there to make sure Zapdos doesn't come in ever. Goes Heatran. I'll get in Charizard here. Fire Blast. Is that Specs? I feel like that's Specs. It's fine though. I'll Mega Evolve and I'll go for an Earthquake. Yeah, super obvious Lando. Maybe I should have tried to catch that. So I finally reveal what Zard I am too, which is not that bad to be honest. Goes for Edge. Gives me the rocks that I wanted this entire game, so that's going to be great. Could go hard Zapdos now, I guess. But goes Heatran, okay. So now maybe an Earth Power comes out here. I'll go ahead and throw away my Lando, which I've been trying to do for a while. And I'll go for Explosion here. He may pivot to Scissor. If he has enough speed investment for me, aka if he's offensive Tran, he can try to do that. That's really good for me. What he just did right there. Okay, because it allows me to get him Ferrothorn now, and basically just throw up a Leech, is what I'm thinking. And now 2 Pokemon are dead on entry, which is going to help out some of the other Pokemon a lot. So goes right for the Heatran play. I can go Reuni here, but I kind of want to keep the Trick Room in the back, just in case that ends up being my win con. At the same time, though, what's my switch in here? Nothing. Hoopa can take 1. Do I need Hoopa healthy? No. But I know it'll live anything, so goes for Toxic. That's fine. Right now, though, I gotta make a tough call, because if Scissor comes out and I OHKO that with Fire Punch, I basically win with Reuniclus. This is a really tough play. I need to try to get this right. Is it a tough play, or do I just click Hyperspace Fury? I gotta be careful against this Azu, too. Sacks off one of the things. Okay, that's fine. So he has 2 Pokemon that he can sack off. If Azu comes out, I kind of have to stay in, just fearing the Z Belly Drum. Well, actually, I can't stay in, because it'll just get back to 50 anyway. Scissor comes out. I mean, I have a few options here. I can stay in and get off 51%, which I will take that damage over anything, to be honest. Because now all I need to do is get up a Trick Room before he gets up that Z Belly Drum. That's the priority now. If I can get up Trick Room before the Azumarill sets up, I'll be in a good spot. And actually, at this point, my Koko looks super threatening to him, too. So it goes out into Heatran. This is what I need. I need to get into Reuniclus. I need to Trick Room up right now. I should take a Fire Blast just fine. And ideally, he switches out expecting me to be Calm Mind. Goes Superior. I'm just going to Psychic this twice. No point in burning the Z move here. Psychic there. Leaf Storm does a lot, but it's nothing that I can't handle. Psychic will kill pretty much anything. As much as I want to Focus Blast here trying to catch Tran, it's not my play. Okay, so maybe I should have done that, but I get to go right here for an all-out pummeling. Get rid of this thing. Sacks off Zap. Okay, that's actually a little bit of an issue. I burnt my Z move right there, but it shouldn't matter as long as I hit Focus Blast, which I feel like I'll probably miss. But Reuni is giving me an opening right here with my Koko. Now, I feel like that's Scarf Syrup, so go Scissor here. I do have a Shadow Ball coming this thing's way, so I'll click that here. Pick off the Scissor, nice. Now, if Syrup comes back in, I got another free Trick Room. If Azu comes in, I have to click Psychic. It's Banded. Okay, Banded is a lot better for me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really glad to see the Banded set. Now, I gotta go out into this here, and I gotta click Thunderbolt. And I feel like, because of all what's happened so far, Koko might just be able to win. So Sex off is Heatran. Not a big deal. Syrup might come out here. Yeah, so I can live a Scarf hit, I can go for U-turn here. And I think I should be good from there. Because all I gotta do is make sure this thing doesn't be an issue. So he goes out and forfeits the game. We're able to go ahead and win. Reuniclus putting in so much work right there. It was so big. I got a few predictions wrong, obviously. I used the Z move on a sack, and then I didn't predict the Heatran coming in, but I honestly feel as though those were the better decisions, just not wanting to overpredict when I'm ahead. And I'll go ahead and be right back with another game. Alright, I got the next game right here. Probably going to be our last, depending on how long it goes right here, but I'm thinking Hoopa looks good in this game right here. I want to keep it out of range of Zam, though. Reuniclus is great against Heatran, but he might scout by trying to pivot to Torn or something. Charizard is a great win con too. Lots of options here, but I want to try to get one in safely, so I'll go ahead and probably try to win with Charizard here and use Reuniclus as a breaker is what I'm thinking. Zygarde lead. I'll go for Rocks. He's just going to glare me, even though he has no reason to do that. Okay, so he's not glared Zygarde, it looks like. Unless he just recognized that he shouldn't actually click it there. I'll go Charizard here on his Rocks. If I Dragon Dance, do I win? Interesting. I'm not Mega Evolving because of Earth Power potential. Magma Storm, not a big deal. He has to, like, sack something, then get this back in. So I'll go for Earthquake here. I feel like this thing wins the game. Because I Dragon Claw this. No, because he can actually E-speed me after I take too much damage from Flare Blitz, so... Pivots to Torn, okay, good pivot. Could be Helmet, I'll click Dragon Claw here, it should be able to knock out Torn. Pivots to Pex, not a good pivot on his part there. Because it gives me an opening to just click Dragon Claw again. Pivots to Bulu, good job. I feel like I DD again. No, I'm just gonna Flare Blitz. Knock it out. Yeah, he might have had Stone Edge for all I know, so... I feel like... this is not gonna take the attack. I did it up. Okay, never mind. It took it very well. I'll Dragon Claw here and knock it out, though. So Charizard, being the breaker, which means I'm actually reversing exactly what I wanted to do at the beginning. I said I wanted to win with Charizard. This is the breaker at the beginning, and now I'm going to try to win with Reuni. So Charizard punched a giant hole in his team, which is super good for me. I'm going to go ahead and assume that's Banded E-Speed. And bring in Reuni here, just to set up the Trick Room. Heatran comes in. Oh, come on. Can we knock this out for our last game in this live? Nice. Alright, so Reuniclus is going to go ahead and pick up a kill here for what should be our last game is what I'm thinking. Let's see what comes in next. Just goes ahead and forfeits. I'm not actually going to end it off right there. Like I said, I do want to get up to 1600s, and that was a very quick game, so I'll go ahead and be right back with another one. Alright, I got the next game right here. Probably going to be our last, as I said. A win would put me exactly where I want to be, which should be very cool. And L would still mean we go positive. I believe we're 5-2 now. Or maybe 4-2. So even if we lose, we go 4-3, which is cool, but I would love to try to get into the 1600s. Let's see here. Charizard, as always, has potential, but Rocks are going to be very vital here. The problem is he has Defog on 3 potential Pokemon, so it's going to be hard to keep them up. I'm assuming Mamo might be his lead, so I'll lead off here with this. Latias leads, okay, so not what I expected. I feel like I just go Hoopa, because it catches Zone and it takes on Lati, so this gives me a free Hyperspace, and nothing takes this. In fact, Magnezone, if it's not Scarf, I'm pretty sure drops in 1 hit. Gliscor is going to get blown away. And that has to be defensive to take 42. I mean, yeah, 58. So doubles to Gyarados. I don't think this guy knows the power of Hoopa. This is going to do 50%. Never mind, I did not know the power of Hoopa. Okay, so this is probably the Z move user, not the Mega. Let's bring out probably Landorus here. Is Landorus to play? Because, I mean, Landorus isn't good here with a Rotom, and I don't want him Dragon Dance sweeping me. Brings out Mamo. I'll U-turn out. I don't see him clicking Ice Shard. I feel like he's going to click Rocks, if anything. So I'll get in Pharaoh here on an Icicle Crash. Okay, that's fine. And I'm okay with Magnezone trapping me. I'll go ahead and get up Rocks alongside him. And now I'll just click Gyro Ball on maybe an Earthquake, but I'm not going to double to Hoopa. I feel like he won't go... Yeah, he's going to try to catch something, so... Now Mag can come out and knock me out, but... Ferrothorn did more than enough here, so that's good. Magnezone does come out. Leech up, at least try to leech up. This is dead on entry, right? The Gyarados. Yeah, this is locked into HP Fire, so it actually allows me to bring out my Charizard here. And I'm just going to Mega Evolve in case it isn't, but I feel like it is. It's not locked in, and you got a Thunderbolt crit, which is kind of lame. But I do have Earthquake here, but what that does mean is I should be able to knock this out, and I think I win anyway with this mon because... No, Rotom will live. Rotom definitely lives, but I don't know if it would have been able to knock me out without that. I'll go for Dragon Claw here. Do I knock it out? So close. Gets to 50%. A little bit annoying. I'll bring in this, though. I'll live a Specs Draco for sure. Defogs. What did that did nothing. Why did you defog? Alright, so his win con is trying to go Gyarados and hoping I choke and allow a DD to go up. Yeah, that's all he can do. He has to go Gyarados. This gets outsped and will go down. Gyarados comes out. Like I said, no DD for this thing. He was actually adamant, it looks like, so that's going to be that game. Watch me not get to the rank that I want it to be at. Yeah, that actually lived. Interesting. Why did that live? Can I lose to this? No, I can't. Alright, Landorus, you need to kill this with Explosion. Nice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and check our ranking now. Does that put us in the 1600s? It does, so that's exactly where I want it to be. I'll go ahead and ladder this up to 1700s, as I said, in between. And I did hope you all enjoyed. I definitely had a ton of fun this live right here. Ended up being 5-2. I played a couple games off screen too, so technically 7-2. Really fun squad today. It'll be down below in the description, and I'll see you next time. Later.